Flash, I'm back. And change of plans. I'm in a podcast right now.
Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna have to do editing on this podcast. I'm gonna punch myself in the face. I fucking dude. I hate editing.
Oh, trust me, I know. I did a video today myself.
It just makes me wanna cry. Hi.
Yeah, I did like an hour of playing and then like 4 hours of editing, and it was just depressing. I just stopped in the middle of it, eat a bag of popcorn, drink a little whiskey, just for my brain to just.
All right, I'm switching. I gotta switch these headsets. Hold on.
All right.
You know, sometimes I fucking hate myself, dude.
Yeah, it usually happens about the time where you mute yourself on accident. That's usually when I hate myself the most.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because so when the way mine's set up is when the video I made for my intro, it double audios it because of the way I had to put it in, so I have to mute my mic. And there's like 85% of the time that I forget to turn my mic back on at the end of it. So I'm just sitting there like, "Hey, what's going on?" talking, and they're like, "You're muted." Fuck.
Kid, so we got fucking 20 inches of snow. Can we just talk about that? Fucking 20 inches of snow.
It's gonna be like 30 degrees here tonight.
Kid must be nice.
No, not at all. It sucks. Discord is just what Zoom wishes it was.
So anyway, Blurry, what's new, man?
This was the podcast showed up.
Why are you muted?
Just talking. No, so I'd say
you're streaming too, aren't you?
I pulled it up so that I could actually make a YouTube video out of this one this time.
Oh, word.
Because my camera wasn't working for OBS last time for me to do all this. I wasn't like prepared. So I'm gonna make you a YouTube video. Oh, there we go.
We got it working. What's up?
What's up?
How's it going? Oh, I have something popping up here.
I gotta bump you up to probably 150. Kirby, you're gonna have to let me know how his audio is.
Bumping him up
Kirby,
here.
This is my stereo headset. I just wanted to switch. Dude, you look so good.
Heck yeah. I'm shocked for it being a camera like that. Looks great.
Dude, he's on his phone.
That's amazing.
That's wild.
You guys look great too.
Oh, we're okay. Uh-oh. Static.
Gotta watch that headset going in there, I guess.
Is that on?
Oh.
Blue, what up? All right. We had some static. I think it's coming from you, Mike, but we're gonna work with it.
We'll be all right.
We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
You might. No, yeah. I forgot you're at your break room, huh?
Yeah, so I don't know if someone will.
Do you have a? Is that those are wireless, huh? I'm trying to think if there's like an app, like a setting in the app that's causing.
How's enough static?
That works.
Oh,
yeah,
you
that's
sound
perfect.
great.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I
we'll just
mean,
We'll just try to keep it PG, huh? Because you're at work.
oh no, it's not really PG here, so we can say whatever.
nice.
All right, perfect. Curb, I have him turned up to 200%. That's as high as it'll go. So we'll see if that works. Just want to make sure I have the audio right for when I get you all set up.
All right.
Sweet. How's it going, man? What's happening at work? You're in the break room.
Yeah. Everyone canceled today. I'm a personal trainer right now, and everyone, yeah, understandable. The roads are pretty slick.
So you guys have had a bunch of snow. I live in the south. That snow's like, it's very, very rare.
Yeah, he's from South Carolina.
Yep.
But real quick backstory. So we're gonna officially introduce. This is my boy Mike Wilson. I've known him for at least over a decade now. Mike, this is Blurry. His name's Mark. He goes by Blurry. Blurry, meet Mike.
What's up, brother?
How you doing, dude?
I met Mike
Very well.
playing semi-pro football. Actually,
Huh.
he,
Okay,
he
okay.
took the second hardest hit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I wish I remember who we were playing, dude. For some reason, this hit on you just stays with me. It was when you were getting tackled and you got spun, and as you got spun through the pile, that's when the kid dove head first onto the side of your head.
Yeah, my helmet was off at that point. The other dude knocked my helmet off. We faced this team in Connecticut. Yeah, that was brutal, man.
Yeah, that was.
And those were the end of my football days.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, arguably the most talented quarterback I'd ever played with, in terms of football. Not only because you can play quarterback, but you're also, dude, you were one of the best wide receivers I ever saw too. So you're definitely one of those freaks.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. And you had a boot on you.
I try to still play every now and then, but
Man,
you know,
good times.
I'm getting old, man.
I've still yet to see this man kick a football.
But,
I would love to see
no,
it.
So
Love
it
to
was
see
funny
it.
because I wanted to have you on anyway, but I didn't know. So let's just dive right into it. So for anybody that doesn't know, Mike's going to be running across the United States of America. He's kind of a psychopath. But
Oh, I'm back. All right.
Oh yeah, you cut back in there. You're good.
oh, we're good. So I was just saying that you're a psychopath because you're running across the United States.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But what I really wanted to talk about. So after you stopped playing football, you kind of disappeared on me, which is okay. Everyone does. But I wanted to kind of understand why you got into running so much.
So I guess, being an athlete my whole life, I needed something to keep me active, and I knew the football days were over for me. Didn't want to get, injured like that, hit at that time, but I still had this something inside me that I needed to just let out. And I guess when I hiked the Appalachian Trail a couple years ago, I was able to do up to 50-mile days out there, and a lot of the days I ended up running, and that's what got me into running ultra marathons and marathons and stuff. So it sort of unlocked that for me.
Dude, I remember when you kind of announced that you were going to be hiking the trail, and I was just like, wait a minute, because at that time I hadn't really talked to you that much. We talk kind of sporadic, kind of like adults. But you just kind of popped up and were like, hey, by the way, I'm going to be doing the Appalachian Trail. And I was just like, Jesus, what? This kid's going to be doing the Appalachian Trail. And if I remember correctly, what time of year was that?
That was April. Actually, funny enough, I started April 1st, which is the same date I'm starting the Run Across America. So.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't plan that, really.
So how many ultra marathons have you run?
One up in Niagara Falls, and I've done my own, 30, 40-mile runs, from Newburyport, Mass to Maine. I'll run these along the seacoast beaches. So I was supposed to run my first 100-mile race August 1st. But that, like every other race, it got canceled. So
You wanted to run a 100-mile race. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, you know what? I think today's a good day to just stroll for 100 miles.
I don't even like running to the bathroom, much less 100 miles. So where? Oh, go ahead.
No, Larry, go ahead.
So where, when you start to run across the country, what city are you starting in?
I'll be flying into LAX, and I'll be starting from Santa Monica Pier.
Holy cow! Literally the farthest place west you can go.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Thank you, man. I'm so excited.
So at some point we're gonna get into who you're running it for, but I'll do that at the end so we can get like a good segment on that. But dude, how long does a run across the United States take? Like, feasibly speaking, how long do you think it's gonna take you to do it?
I'm hoping to do it in like 80, 85 days. And the route's like, it's 3,250 miles. So I'm hoping to average out like.
Shit.
Wait, hold on. Can you just say that mileage one more time?
That's 3,250 miles, more or less. And,
So
you
just
know,
a nice jaunt down the street. Okay.
More or less. We're hoping for less.
yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, hopefully I won't have to like reroute or anything. I know there's some road closures that happen and stuff from other people that I've followed that have run across America. So
I mean,
Dude,
if
fact
the
that
road
you,
is
like, just know other people that have run across America is just like what?
I know it's like community. It's funny. I follow this USA Crossers page on Facebook, and it's everyone that's run or walked or biked across America, and they all I did some like conference call with them, and it was really cool to hear some stories and get some tips on that. So
Dude, that's fantastic. The
Yeah,
first viewer question says, "Who in the right mind wants to do this?" So more or less what we're trying to say is you're a rare breed, man.
yeah, no kidding.
Blur, you had a question, but I completely just steamrolled you out of it.
No, keep going. You're good. Oh, I know what I was gonna say though. I do know what I was gonna say. I mean, if there's road closure, you're running. Just off road that bad boy a little bit. Just cut right down it. You'll be all right. Nobody's gonna stop somebody running. Like, hey, that road's closed. I'm running. What are you gonna do about it?
Just a quick
Right,
shortcut.
Yeah, shortcut that bad boy.
Imagine.
I will.
I just want you to imagine this, Mike. You're running and you see a road closure and the cop's like, "Hey, you can't go through. What are you doing out in mile 757 of just nothing but dead straight pavement?" And he's like, "What are you doing out here?" And just like, "Yeah, I'm just running across the United States." And I just want to I want you to film those interactions with people because I think it would be a great feature-length film of just how people react to you telling them that.
Dude, totally. Yeah. I actually just got a GoPro
Yes.
last week, so
I saw that.
Yeah, I've been trying to get used to it. So definitely try to document as much as I can. Little funny, funny.
I
things
think
that
you see
happen
how
like
many
that.
people can run with you. You'd be like, come on, I'm not gonna stop. Come on, and then video them running and see how far they make it while they're questioning you.
Yeah, that would be cool. More the merrier.
Dude,
Just like the
yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Yep. So there was an over-under on how many people were going to be like, "Wait, so you're doing the Forrest Gump?" Like, there's an over-under on how many people are going to ask you that, and I'm going to go with probably like 417, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You're doing this whole run self-supported, right?
Yep, pushing all my gear in a baby stroller or jogging stroller. The Thule Glide 2. It runs pretty smooth. So
Wow.
So, all right. So what happens? What happens if you're running and I don't want to say like it gets a flat tire, but like you understand what I mean when I say that. Like what happens then?
yeah, I'm actually I am ordering some spare parts. I am gonna probably carry at least one with me at all times, and then have some on deck for my parents are gonna send out to me actually. So.
Are you gonna have like stash spots on like the way home for like stopping in to like grab stuff so you're not having to carry? Obviously, if you think about carrying, 80 days worth of just food in general in order to maintain enough energy in order to do the run.
Yeah.
So do you have like stash spots on the way home?
Yeah, actually, so the idea is that I have Planet Fitness as one of my sponsors for the run, and also the juicery. It's a juicery. They make energy bars and stuff like that, as well as Marge bars out of Newburyport, Mass.
Okay.
They're gonna send out some mail drops to like Planet Fitnesses
Oh.
along the way. And
That's
then,
pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped. So I've been actually, one of my clients just brought in a map of the U.S. for me, and I've been really getting into detail of like where Planet Fitnesses are along my route, and sort of keeping track, writing them down, and probably
I was gonna say that's the other thing that might be curious is if it's actually gonna like add more time and more distance onto your. Like imagine having to run like an extra like 7 miles on a day where you've already run like 40 or 50. And you're like, oh, I have to run an extra 7 just so I can actually have a protein bar.
That was going to be my next
Just,
question.
Like, nightmarish.
That was going to be on my next question was, so you're saying like 80 to 90 days. How many miles do you expect to run a day?
I'm hoping to average out like 40 a day.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I just want to successfully complete this thing. So
Yeah.
if
Right.
something happens, I'll go slow as I need to. I just want to be able to raise money for Lucy's Love Bus and Max Love. So however we have to get the job done.
So I was gonna wait till the end to segment into who you're running it for, but we'll just touch on it now and then we'll do it again later. So you said Lucy's Love Bus, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, so they're a local charity, a nonprofit that I, for my hometown. They're based out of Amesbury, Mass, and they help children with cancer through integrative therapies such as Reiki, acupuncture, even like yoga, horseback riding, things like that, to give kids battling cancer a peace of mind and sort of try to better their quality of life. So,
Dude, that's a great cause. Someone just asked, do they have like a link where they can be looked at?
yeah, if you go to, I believe the page is Lucy's lovebus.org. I think it's org or .give or something like that. There is a link on my, on the
You were right, lucy'slovebus.org.
Yeah, there's a link on my Instagram and Facebook that they'll be able to find it through that too.
Which I'll pull like all your info for like your Facebook and all that stuff, and I'll get it attached to the podcast episode so people can go and find out. And I'll also attach Lucy's Love Bus and all that stuff, because I'm sure that there's people who probably like want to donate and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if there's some sort of link that we could put in, even in like our chats and stuff, to send them that way, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Also, do you have a link to donate to your run specifically?
No, my goal is to do this with just the help of my sponsors and on my own savings. So I picked up another job. So I've been working like 65 hours a week, just really hustling, trying to save for this. So
Jeez.
if it comes down to it, at the very end of the run, and I'm like really low on cash, maybe I'll put up a Venmo or something.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try to not have too much help. But I do appreciate the support.
I think that's actually like a pretty like admirable thing. Instead of just giving money to a cause, which I know I just like broke it down to like the simplest terms of like just giving money to a cause, but like actually being proactive and doing something that's not, I don't feel like that's an often done thing what you're doing. So I think that's pretty awesome because I think that could actually, dude, I know for a fact that like you've generated a lot of buzz in terms of like what you're doing. So that's actually a pretty sick thing to do.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I just, this year especially is really hard for a lot of people, and I know it's hard for it's a hard year for nonprofits. People aren't probably donating as much. A lot of people were out of work for a while and stuff like that. So just sort of want to shed some light and give people a little hope. And I'm a very passionate person, so I truly feel like I just want to just try to help and inspire people. And this is I'm promoting kindness through this whole thing too. I know and I know people can be tough sometimes, but just you never know what someone's going through, so just be kind to one another. And as a personal trainer, I'm promoting just living an active lifestyle. There's people out there that would love to be able to go for a run or be able to hit the gym and lift or play basketball or whatever, and because of illness or injury, they're unable to. So you can't take your health for granted. You really can't. So
I can tell you right now that if I walked in to get personal training, my personal trainer was like, by the way, in a couple months, if you still need training, you're gonna have to see someone else because I'm running across the United States. I'm pretty sure I'd be like, this kid's too intense for me. I might have to just go back to sitting on my couch.
Yeah.
The follow-up question is, how did you get linked up with Lucy's? Was it just you just knew that they were in your hometown? You were like, hey, I want to get back to that, or was there something that led you to go to them?
Yeah, when I was about 17 years old, my very good friend, actually, he was our old teammate Luke Miller.
Yep.
Sadly, his mom passed away from cancer, and he wanted to get involved with the cancer community and try to help. So he heard about Lucy's Love Bus. They held a little festival at Woodsum Farm in Amesbury.
Okay.
And so he invited me to go to that with him, and that's when I first heard about them. We made tie-dye shirts and stuff like that. It was just really, it was so inspiring. Just everyone's coming together to help, and some survivors, sharing their stories and stuff like that. So those charities really, they're so important.
Oh, I completely agree. That's dude, that's wild.
And then my grandmother, she was just battling breast cancer a couple years ago. My grandfather passed away when I was about 7 or 8 from colon cancer. So just a lot of us, or most of us, have been impacted in some way from cancer. So
Absolutely.
I
So
think that's really, really admirable. What's up, Blurry?
we had a interesting thing in chat that popped up, and I know you're trying to do this run by yourself, but have you thought about maybe setting up a separate fund to donate to your mileage that you're running?
I have thought about that, and if I did, I would I definitely I would like to do it on my own. I just would feel guilty. I don't want to I don't know.
So he said, I see what Blair is referencing. So he said he should do a donation per mile for people for $1 a mile, where the donation would go straight to Lucy's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So by you running you know, you're also not only giving them like $1 per mile towards, you know, whatever they can do for like families and stuff who are impacted,
Right.
but it also like kind of motivates, it can kind of help keep you motivated too. Not saying that you're not going to be motivated, but like, you know, you're obviously going to go to some dark places while you're on your run. There's just no way about it. There's going to be days where it's going to be pouring rain. You're just like, dude, I don't feel like running today. It's going to suck. And you're like, you know what? This next 5 miles is going to, you know, help this family, you know, these families do such and such to help, you know, their kids and stuff like that. So that might be
absolutely.
might be a good idea.
I would love if people would reach out to me throughout it, and if they want me to give a special shout out to someone they know that's battling cancer, I would be happy to share their story on like my social medias and stuff like that during it, and sort of for each mile or a couple miles, dedicate it to someone different.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that'd be awesome.
Would.
I think that would be something super special, especially with how important it is. I mean, like you said, everyone's been impacted by it. I'm not sure about Blurry, but like my dad had cancer. He had bladder cancer. So, dude, I think what you're doing is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I had 2 grandparents battle cancer, so I'm right there with you. I would think that it would be hard to get away from anyone around here that hasn't had some sort of effect on their life through cancer. It's so common.
Absolutely.
All right, is there anything else you want to get out about this run that's coming up? Do you need to like clear some demons on why you would decide to run across the United States? Like, that's the other big thing, is like, I want to know how this idea, like, did you just wake up and say, I think I'm just going to run across the United States?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been this like dream of mine for, I mean, since I was like younger, like 10 years old. Ever since I watched the movie Forrest Gump as a kid, I was like, whoa, I want to do that. And no really like, you know, no really bad reason behind it. It's just sort of, my old, actually, this guy that I was shadowing when I became a personal trainer, he was 70, or he's 72, or he's like, you know, he's up there in age, and it was just last year. I was telling him that I want to do a run across America one day, and I told him I want to do it at least by 35 years old. And when I was telling him, his response was like, why? And I thought he was asking like, why would you want to do something crazy like that? But he was like, why would you wait that long? Like, you know, God forbid something happens, you know, tomorrow's not promised. So get those crazy dreams out of you now. And so he sort of he sort of lit that fire under my butt to get it done, and when quarantine, when all the shutdowns happened, I guess that's what really, I was like, all right, I'm doing this. People need to, like, I don't know. I felt truly passionate about just like giving people a little spark of hope and trying to do my part to restore faith in humanity. So we all do our part in some way or another.
I definitely think it's like a glimmer of hope type of thing, especially with you know what everything's going on. You know, it's nice that you're giving someone like something they might be able to latch onto and say, hey, this is like a feel good story. You know what I mean? Because that's obviously a lot of what I feel like we could use. Another viewer question is, how many pairs of sneakers are you taking with you? And what brand are they?
Yeah, shameless plug it.
Yeah. So my sponsor, Wire by Ryan, my good friend Ryan Kelly, I went to high school with him. He bought me 5 pairs of Hoka Cliftons and Hoka Bondies. So I'm going to be swapping between the Bondi and the Clifton, and that should cover most of the run. I think I'll probably maybe need like 2 or 3 more pairs, but for the most part, that'll be it. And I'll wear Injinji toe socks. They actually are great for blister prevention. I learned on the Appalachian Trail, so they're a little funky, but
I can't even imagine. Oh.
Uh,
Do you have a baby powder sponsor? Because that's going to be an important one too.
No, not yet.
we need to get this man a baby powder sponsor.
Gold
man.
Bond, get on this man right now.
There was another thing I was going to ask. So, how many times? I know you did the Appalachian Trail once, right? And that's the one where you got injured, correct?
Yeah, I had a bit of a foot injury. It may have been a stress fracture. Nothing that required surgery. I needed to take at least 6 weeks off, and that, I wasn't able to get back on the trail that season, and I was being stubborn. I wanted to do a traditional through hike, in one go. So I attempted the year after. 2017 was my first year, and then I attempted in 2018 to do it again, and it ended up getting attacked by a pit bull on the trail. Which cut my trip
Jesus.
short. So, yeah, so
Oh.
maybe third time's the charm.
Dude,
But,
third time's definitely the charm. It's gotta be, right?
It has to be.
So when you said you were attacked, I fully expected you to say like a bear, a bobcat. Nope, there's just a pit bull running around up there.
Yeah, it was pretty traumatic.
I don't mean to laugh.
Goodness.
Just the way you said it was like, yeah, just pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna need you to do, right, is we're gonna need you to do this. Say the mileage again for the first for your long run coming up in a couple months. Was it 3,520 miles?
3,250 miles.
Okay. So your 3,200 mile run. Then what we're gonna need you to do is then just go to the Appalachian Trail and then just run that, because you're gonna be like, this is so much easier than anything I just did. So you know what? You might be able to just run the whole thing in one sitting.
That is my plan, actually. I was thinking for the Appalachian Trail, it's probably going to be a very long time till I attempt it again, but I'm probably going to try to run it, maybe go after some fastest known time or something like that. Who knows? But
that would be incredible.
Yeah. So,
dude, you're definitely going to be etched in the history books with a lot of people for especially what you're doing coming up, man. It's just a fantastic thing that I think you're doing, and I know I could only imagine how the charity feels about the fact that you're doing this for them.
100%.
Yeah,
people are all like, I get winded going upstairs, and Blurry gets winded running to the bathroom, and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for a 3,200 mile jog, whatever. I can't get over that. I knew it was 3,000 and something, but I hadn't had a chance to talk to you about how many days you were looking at and all that stuff, because like I said, man, I was gonna have you on at some point. Might have to have you on again at some point right before you go, just to kind of get a little bit more out there. I think that'd be,
and after as well.
Yeah.
The stories. Yeah, the stories would be great.
Oh, totally.
I need a picture the day you start, and I want to see that Forrest Gump beard at the day you end, and we're gonna compare. We're gonna pull up 2 pictures, you and Forrest Gump, and see what it looks like.
I got you, brother. I'll do that.
Dude, what we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna call you. You're gonna be done running for the day, and we're gonna call you probably halfway through, 40 days in. We're gonna be like, hey, how you feeling? And I want to see the progression from that's what I think. That's probably what I'm more interested in seeing, because obviously I have strong faith that you're gonna complete this, and that's just because I know who you are as a person. I know you're a hyper competitive person, but at the same time, like, you're not the kind of person that, like, tries to like kill people at the same time. So like, you're hyper competitive with yourself, so you're gonna push yourself to get it done. So I would love to see like the beginning of like your demeanor, and then midway through, and then like towards the end. You know what I mean? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, man, I would love to do that. We could do it, right before, during, and after. That'd be a lot of fun. Definitely.
I think it would be cool. Yeah, halfway through, just get like 10 minutes with you before you go to sleep, and just have you be like, yeah, so the last 40 days have been kind of rough. It's just done nothing but rain as I ran through all of the mid states, and yeah, it's just I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. That would be really, really cool.
Dude, no, we appreciate
it'd
you.
Yeah, thank you for.
It would be a morale booster for me too, because I remember, some days like on the AT got super lonely, and even though you met a lot of people, it was nice to always talk to someone from back home, someone you knew.
Yeah. So how many? So I'm assuming you're gonna listen to music. How do you plan on, or are you just gonna run? That's the other thing. How are you gonna charge your phone? I'm assuming you're gonna have like power banks and stuff like that. But that's the other thing I'm curious of.
Yeah, I have a couple portable chargers that I forget the name actually, but they're pretty. They have a pretty long battery life. I do have I have a music playlist, mostly like oldies rock. I like jamming out to like Bob Seger as I'm running, or like
Uncle Bob, the man himself.
Yeah, good old Bob. Yep. But I have some like podcasts about running. So as I'm running, I'll be listening about running too. So yeah. Also, yeah, just some audiobooks and stuff.
There's this really good podcast you can listen to while you're running. It's called The Rush Hour. You should tune into that.
Wow, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It's a good...
Yeah, it's
weird.
It's a small little production. So I have a question going out to someone in the chat, and I remember his name. His name's Todd Durkin. Have you heard of Todd Durkin?
It sounds so familiar.
If you get time, like, obviously, because I know you're still training. Do you run every day now?
Yeah, every day. So I was like at like 50 to 70 miles a week for a bit, and then about maybe 6 to 8 weeks back, I dropped down to 15 miles per week to let my body like fully recover before the build up to this. So I'm running about 40 a week now, and so that gives me one day off still, but soon in the next like month I'll be running back to 7 days a week.
Wow. So 40 a week, is that within a 5-day or a 7-day period? Are we doing business week here or full week?
Business. Yeah.
Oh God.
5 days.
That's 8 miles a day.
8 miles a day.
Yeah.
Jeez. So the reason I bring up the dude Todd Durkin, so my wife and I watched a TV show. He was one of like the trainers that was on the show, but he's like super inspirational. And like, when I say inspirational, like, you'll be in the middle of your workout, and like, if you're listening to him, like, what he's saying just makes you want to run through brick walls, kind of thing. But like in a good way. He's trained like Drew Brees. He's trained a ton of NFL guys. So that's one of the things I wanted to say. Like, dude, give this dude Todd Durkin a listen. He has a book called Get Your Mind Right, and I've listened to like a bunch of his podcasts, and I've listened to him, and I can tell you honestly, like, every time I listen to it, I genuinely feel better. So throw him a listen, man.
Oh, that's super cool. Yeah, thank you. I'll check it out.
Just something else. I mean, you're gonna have a long time of listening to stuff, so you might as well. What's one extra?
Yeah, you're
totally.
looking 85 days of running. So, here's one for you. Are there any sections of the country, because obviously temperature is change is a thing, it goes up and down according to where you're at. Are there any parts of the country that you're going to run at night instead?
Yeah, I'm expecting to probably do a lot of night running when I hit like Arizona, the desert area. This guy that I followed that ran last year, he ended up doing a lot of night running because it was too hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to stick to like my schedule that I had sort of for the Appalachian Trail. It would be like basically, I would get 20 miles done from like 7 a.m. to by noontime, and then that gave me enough time to sort of hang out in town and get some calories in.
Ice yourself.
Yeah.
Blur, I think we're just gonna skip over the fact that he just said he'd like to get 20 miles done between 7 a.m. and noon.
Yeah, I'm beyond that point. You're fucking superhuman. I don't know what to say.
Thank you. Oh, that's fun. It's always fun.
What kind of lighting are you gonna have on yourself when you're on at night? Is that like I assume because you're planning all this, you have to have some sort of lighting so you don't get hit by a car. Like, is there running lighting?
So I do have these little like reflective little strips on each little bar of my stroller, but I'm also using this Petzl 350 lumen light here. Yeah, it's pretty reliable. And then maybe have a vest on me.
Yeah.
Just a reflective vest. I'm gonna try to avoid getting the one that lights up, just because I don't want to have to buy batteries for it all the time. So.
Yeah. You know what? Imagine just having like a 100-pack of batteries, just being like an extra like 4 pounds. You're just pushing in your stroller.
Yeah, batteries get heavy after a while. Jeez.
Definitely, yeah.
You'll spend more money in batteries than anything else.
You're right.
Dude, that's insane. Well, geez, man. I was like, yeah, we'll just have you on for 30 minutes, and we're at like 45 minutes. So, dude, Blur, do you have any last questions?
No, I think that's it. The only thing I want to know is for him to plug it one more time. Get us a good plug in here for everything he's doing, and I think that's good.
Yeah, so doing a run across America for Lucy's Love Bus and Max Love Project. You can find the fundraising page in my Instagram and Facebook page. You can find me at Mike Runs Across America. Yeah, the link is in the bio for that, and you can follow along. I'll be vlogging during the trip. My sponsors for the run is the Juicery, Wired by Ryan, Planet Fitness, True North Ales, Marge Bars, and Bianco Catering. So there, have a good support team.
You said Mike Runs Across America is one of your ways to find you?
Yep, on Instagram and Facebook, and it's all one word.
Perfect.
I wanted to make sure we got that right, so that people can find it. So also, so I can, like I said, I'm gonna get everything all set up and get it all plugged. And dude, Mike, thank you for coming on, man. I know you're pulling a little bit of a late shift after work, hanging out with us. So
yeah,
dude,
thank you so much.
It. I'm glad you're here and on with us.
Oh man, it's been a lot of fun. It's great talking to you again. It's been a long time. And it was great to meet you, brother.
Absolutely.
I'd love to chat with you guys again.
Dude, absolutely. We'll definitely have you on again here in a little while. So we'll get you like towards when once you're in all your training right before you're getting ready to run, so we can get a little bit more hype for it. Everyone says that, thanks for coming on. Good luck and safe travels and all that stuff. So, dude, you're already getting a little bit of a group following here.
Yeah, you're in a good community. The Twitch community, they'll definitely back you on that, and we'll be keeping tabs on you. I'm sure there'll be a lot of follows coming to Insta and Facebook soon.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it.
Dude, of course. And lastly, dude, if you need anything from us, please feel free to reach out if we can help in any way.
Absolutely.
We'd love to.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Always,
Hoping
brother.
at the very least, see you guys at the end. Maybe we'll celebrate stuff. So.
I like it. I like it.
Definitely. We would, dude, would love that wholeheartedly.
That'd be awesome.
All right, man. We're gonna let you go so you can get home and I don't know, try to enjoy yourself for 10 minutes probably before you go to bed.
Get up and run again.
Yep, just so you can get up and run again.
Yep, I got a 5-mile run home now, so see how it goes.
Wait, you didn't?
Oh man.
You didn't drive to work? You're running back?
Oh yeah. So another thing, I actually 2 months back, I sold my car to save for this run. So I've been doing.
Oh my
a run
God.
to work every day.
All right, so we're gonna set up a GoFundMe at the end of April for a car for Mike, so that when he's done, he doesn't have to walk anywhere. We'll get him a wheelchair. We'll get him a car. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, the wheelchair sounds.
I was saying before, man, just the dedication that you have to this is like inspiring, and I really hope that like this story of you doing this gets blown up a lot more because, dude, it's so deserved. And I don't think enough people are going to say thank you. And I think it's going to go understated on the importance of what you're doing. So for me, at least, thank you for doing what you're doing. For everybody who, is, had cancer impact their lives.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's amazing.
You're welcome. We're all in this together, so gotta support when we can.
All right, man. Go enjoy your run home in the snow and the dark.
Oh my God.
Alright.
Sounds terrible. Good luck.
All right, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All
Have a
right,
good
Mike.
night.
We'll talk soon, brother.
All right, brother. Take care.
Later.
Good God. That's
Dude, I told
insane.
you, the kid's a savage.
Yeah. God, no kidding. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll do a quick shout out. What up, Symbols? All right, so as you know, Scotty's not here, so you know what that means, right, Blurry?
Blurry doesn't know? Is that what it is?
Blurry doesn't know.
I've been listening to all the ones up to this, so I've prepared myself to get it wrong.
Good, because you're definitely gonna.
No, I can feel it. I'm on this one.
All right, the random, super obscure fact of the day.
Okay.
I can ask it as a question though, so it's even more perfect. Do you know what Cap'n Crunch's full name is?
Damn it. I'm gonna say how many. Well, okay, hang on. I have one question. How many names are in his full name? Is it the standard
So it's
3?
3. So
Okay.
I'll even help. So it's 3, and obviously
His last name is Crunch. Captain. So okay, hang on. Before I answer, somebody in my chat just said, and it might even be right. They might actually know this. Someone in my chat just put Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. They may be cheating, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to say Captain. Oh shoot. I'm trying to think like what's made up of Captain Crunch. Captain Red Berry Crunch. That sounds like a fucking cereal, but that was probably his actual name, but I'm not going to use that. That's cheating.
That is his in fact real name. Horatio Magellan Crunch.
Twitch chat always knows. Twitch chat always knows. But I can't use that. I can't cheat.
Dude, complete random fun fact. I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about who would win in a cereal mascot battle. And someone randomly pulled out, dude, Horatio Magellan Crunch would dominate. And I was just like, that's his name?
What hang on, what does he have? Does he have a sword? What's he got going on? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to hang on. I'm looking him up. Captain Crunch. Cause I'm kind of thinking Here we go. This can be a whole nother topic. He doesn't have anything on the box. He's just chilling. He's just
Correct.
he's saluting. No, you know who's gonna win that fight? Toucan Sam. Toucan Sam's gonna win that fight. What are you gonna do about that beak?
Count Chocula.
Ooh.
Look, the last thing I'm gonna ask you, right?
Okay.
So because you obviously were cheated out of being able to give a real answer, 'cause
Right.
you didn't want to give the right one.
Right. No, but I would have still gotten it wrong. I mean,
Fair enough. But Tootsie Pops.
mm-hmm.
How many licks does it take to get to the center? There's actually a real number here.
238.
Look, I don't know how they came up with this number. I'm assuming somebody did it, but you'll understand what I mean when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
142.18.
I mean, I'm very happy that I got within 100 of it.
Dude, how can you get 0.18 licks?
So you go like, what can I lick that I'm not gonna get COVID from? My can. You do this. You go. And sorry for all of you Spotify and Anchor people. You'll have to watch the YouTube and the Twitch. You go like this. You go, and that's it. That's all you do.
That was pretty central.
That was a 0.18 lick. That's what it is.
All right, officially the very last one,
Okay.
because I just came across it, and this might be the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is just a general fact. I'm
Can't
just gonna
wait.
State it. There is a town in Canada
Okay.
called Dildo. Oh,
That's just the fact.
that's just a fact.
There's also a BMF in Canada, if you didn't know that. And if you're from America, you know what BMF stands for. You can look it up.
Demanded that I gave you a prize, so if you check your Twitch
Yeah,
notifications,
I got a sub. I kept all my alerts down for this because I wanted to
Yeah,
keep
me
it
too.
as a clean recording. But yes, thank you. I get a sub for getting within the 100 of the licks. What can
Correct.
I say? I know how to lick a. Nope, not saying that.
I don't think you're gonna